I reckon those three guys at some point might have thought, we should probably go down there and fight with them. But it was more important for them to say, this is not the skill that I need to bring to this project. I need to show them that God is with us. I need to keep this staff, this emblem of God's presence, this thing that allows us to understand, that reminds us that God has delivered us from Egypt, has led us with fire and cloud, has taken us through valleys, taken us through seas, split the sea, has brought food to us miraculously, has watered us from within a rock. That thing that represents our understanding, our remembrance of God needs to be held up. There's a picture here that reminds us that we need to hold up those testimonies that remind us of God's goodness, of the breakthrough that we've experienced because of our faith in God. You've got to hold those things up. And when you can't hold them up, get someone alongside you to remind you of your own story. Hey, Moses, let's keep this thing going. We've got to hold this testimony up. We've got to hold this staff up. So they stand beside him, one on one side, one on the other. So his hands remained steady till sunset. So Joshua overcame the Amalekite army with the sword. And this verse 14, this is really important. Then the Lord said to Moses, write this on a scroll as something to be remembered and make sure that Joshua hears it. Write this on a scroll as something to be remembered and make sure that Joshua hears it. Where was Joshua? He was on the battlefield. Where was Moses? On the hilltop, leading the battle, holding up the testimony. Joshua was in the midst of it. Some days you'll be the person shouting, cheering everybody on. Some days you'll be the person at war. Somebody needs to tell you what God did to deliver you from that space. Somebody needs to remind you that it wasn't you that got you through that. Yeah? And you need to remind somebody else. You've watched other people's testimonies. You need to remind those people, hey, that was God that got you through that.